What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. It's been a while since I said that. I know it's been a long time since I uploaded a video. Did you guys miss me? Because I definitely missed you. We have so much to catch up on. But of course, you know what Saturday means. We got the fresh haircut in the bag. No food shop today because I actually got it done earlier this week. I am just going to sit down on the laptop now to do a bit of editing. But Dean, what could you possibly be editing that's not your YouTube video? Well, actually, that's one of the things we need to catch up on. I just want to make sure that I get a head start on this editing today, so I'm going to do that first. And after I got a good chunk of this out the way, let's have a little chat about what's been going on. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Sit back, relax, and let's get into this one. Alright, so I've been editing for a very long time. It's probably about time that I sat down and filmed this clip, and I'm trying to think, honestly, you know, I've been so consistent with uploading YouTube videos since I started this channel, back around March 2025 or whatever it was, been uploading pretty much a video every single week. And then I started doing a short form around August last year. Really stepped it up in the new year this year, and I've been so consistent. This is the longest I've been without uploading in a very long time, probably since I started the channel. The main reason is because just about a month ago now, a routine Monday morning, got up just before 5 a.m, went to the gym for the 6 a.m. session, and it was just a normal bench day. I was lifting some weights that I wasn't, incapable of doing. It was like fairly heavy. We were working up to I think it was 5 sets of one or 4 sets of one or something like that, at around 70-80% of 1 rep max. So there I am doing my warm-ups. Always start with the bar, then I go to 60 kilos, fine obviously. 70 kilos, fine again. 80 is where it starts to feel a little bit weighty. That rhymed. And then 90 was when I ran into a bit of an issue. It was a weight that I was completely fine. Lifting 90 kilos, it's a weight that I can probably lift for a few reps. Not many, because my bench is quite weak, but a weight that I'm familiar with. So the bar comes down to my chest, and I had my coach spotting me at the time, thankfully. And I start to push up, and it gets around, I don't know, maybe a third of the way up. And then I hear and feel 2 horrendous pops come from my left shoulder. They were very, very audible. And straight away I knew, and I asked my coach to take the bar off me, and he thankfully just took it off me straight away. And I said to him, "Did you hear that?" And he was like, No, I didn't hear anything. What happened?" And I was like, "Dude, I just heard and felt the most awful pops in my left shoulder, and I knew straight away that I'd done something bad." Yeah, so I think because of the adrenaline, I just carried on and finished the session, and obviously I didn't do any weights work, I didn't do any benching or whatever. I just stuck to the more cardio / that kind of part of the workout, because it is a functional workout ultimately, and didn't really do much lifting. I just kind of finished the rest of the workout in the ways that I could without using that shoulder. I just knew straight away I couldn't raise my arm properly. In fact, I still can't today. Couldn't really do much with it. I was in pain. I wasn't in the kind of pain that I would expect if I tore something clean off the bone or just a partial tore it. I just felt like in shock more than anything. Thankfully, I've got a brother who is a doctor, which is obviously amazing, and I'm very grateful for that, because I know not every family has a doctor within the family. So I asked him if he wouldn't mind having a look at it for me. He assessed me, and he suspected a either partial or full tear of the supraspinatus, one of the rotator cuffs, namely the one at the back. And I have had problems with that rotator cuff on the left shoulder before. Anyone who knows me in person will know that I've always been quite weak at benching because I've always dealt with persistent shoulder issues, especially on the left side. Pushing in general is something I've had to learn to just kind of work around my limitations. And for the most part, yes, I can let the strength take over everything else. But obviously on this occasion, what had happened was just far too much for that shoulder to deal with. So not long after my brother's assessment, on his recommendation, I went to A&E to see an AMP, which is like an advanced musculoskeletal practitioner or something along those lines. And I got formally assessed then. I had an x-ray done to make sure that there wasn't any fractures associated with something coming clean off the bone and taking some bone with it, which sounds horrendous when they told me. They said it's actually quite common when you tear things off the bone. So they did an x-ray to rule that out. Thankfully, that came back negative, which also indicated that there wasn't a full rupture or a full, nothing being clean off the bone. I got seen by that specialist and, he did his work on me and he suspected the same thing. He suspects, he is more leaning towards a partial tear of the supraspinatus and maybe the infraspinatus as well. So there might have been 2 rotator cuffs that got affected there, which would make sense because I had 2 pops. I definitely had 2 pops when it happened, but we will need an ultrasound to confirm. So I've got my ultrasound. Today is Saturday. I've got my ultrasound booked on Monday, I believe. So I'll be going in to get the full results then. I think it goes without saying that since the injury happened, I haven't been training anything upper body related at all. And to be frank about it, it sucked. It's not being nice. Anyone who knows me, in fact, even if you just watch my YouTube videos, you'll probably know how an important part of my life physical activity is. Going to the gym is, weightlifting, it's such a big part of my life and I can't see that ever changing, if I'm honest with you. So to have this happen and to kind of be ruled out of the gym for the foreseeable future has not been nice. I've not really taken it very well, to be honest with you, especially with, this is supposed to be a summer shred series. This is supposed to be, I've been saying for so long how this year is going to be the year that I get into the best shape of my life. And it's not as though that's completely out the window because I might still pull it out of the bag later this year, but certainly not in the time frame that I would have liked. Again, I think it goes without saying that, especially when it comes to the summer shred and getting into the best shape of my life, it's not really feasible while I'm out of the gym and not training anything upper body related. I can't possibly build. So the only thing I can do really is damage limitation. So although yes, I am still going to the gym, it's mainly focused on lower body. So if nothing else, my leg is going to get monstrous by the end of this whole thing. I did also have plans to kind of work on my conditioning and my gas tank while I'm out of upper body training. It's something that I know I should improve really anyways. I have to be honest, I haven't really done it because I did go for a test run once, and because of the up and down bouncing motion of running, it was just so uncomfortable on my shoulder. So I had to knock that on the head as well. So I was just literally being on the treadmill, just doing incline walks, and yeah, I get a sweat on. Yeah, I get to zone 2, zone 3 if I do it for long enough. But it's just not quite what I want to be doing. I should be running. I know that. I should be running if I want to improve my gas tank. Logic being, if I want to get better at running, I need to run. I've been doing little bits of physio. The guy in A&E did give me some exercises that I can be doing, regardless of a full or partial tear. He told me some things that I can be doing to, really start making sure that everything stays moving. But it's tough because, I've said on the channel so many times about how, being in shape and having a weightlifting routine or gym routine for me is what helps the rest of my life stay in check. And I feel like now that I don't really have that much anymore, the rest of my life is being affected. I can't deny that. My sleeping patterns are not what it should be. My eating is definitely not what it should be. If anything, I've been eating my feelings probably a bit too much. But you know what? This morning, I'm really glad I picked up the camera today because this morning was the first morning, I think since the injury happened, where I've actually woken up with the attitude of, Dean, you can't keep doing this. You need to get your ass into gear. You can't let this setback ruin everything that you've worked so hard for over the years. And I know that wouldn't happen anyways, but that's just how my brain is thinking. And I'm sure maybe if you're into the gym and you've experienced something like this, maybe you can relate to it as well. But yeah, today's the day it changes, guys. Today's the day it changes. I've been editing for bloody hours today, and it's 6:42 in the evening now. So I'm filming this clip, and after this, I'm going to go straight to the gym. I'm going to do my rehab. Today, I am going to test if I can even hold dumbbells, literally just hanging down at my side, because just to show you the perspective of the damage. This is my right arm. This is my good shoulder. Obviously, full movements to the front, to the side, full rotation, all that kind of thing. My left, if I try and lift it forward, this is all I've got. And even then my elbow's bent because my traps are taking over. So if I go straight arm, I can't even get it in frame. That's how bad it is. And yeah, I'm feeling quite a lot of pain in that right now. So that's to the front. To the side, that is as far as I'm getting. Again, really painful, and my elbow's bent. If I was to go straight arm, it probably would be worse. There's just no strength in it whatsoever. There's just no range of motion. And I know that most likely, if it is a partial tear, which it's looking like, of either 1 or 2 rotator cuffs, it wouldn't be surgery. It would just be a simple case of rest and physio. And maybe that's better. Maybe because surgery would probably put me out for a longer period of time. Probably be a lot more of a nuanced rehabilitation from surgery as well. So I guess silver lining, you know, I don't think I need surgery. I'll find out on Monday. And it is just going to be a case of you need to make do with the situation and rest and recuperate and give your body the time that it needs to get back to where you want it to be. Yeah, so I've not really been filming because as far as I'm concerned, I think the summer shred, it's not like out the window, but like, what's the point in me trying to lean down if, you know, I'm not even training enough to see like what I want to see at the end of it. So, and plus, you know, it's probably detrimental for me to be in a calorie deficit and, you know, put the tissue that I've worked so hard to get, especially while I'm inactive. I probably need to, you know, make sure my calories are enough to maintain or at least minimize the muscle wastage. Yeah, it's just been tough. I've probably waffled on for far too long and I've repeated myself several times and gone in circles with this whole thing, but like, it's just, yeah, the be all and end all is that it's not been a nice time for me. I'll probably talk a bit more about it at some stage, but I think you've probably got the idea at this stage. So I'm gonna leave this clip here for now. I'm gonna get myself changed. I'm gonna get to the gym, and yeah, just mark my words when I say this, guys. You know, I have to look at the big picture. Although I've dealt with problems in the shoulder, it's been a long time since I've actually been injured to the point where I can't really train properly. So I'm using this as motivation to really make sure that I attack things the right way and structured and progressive once I am able to train again. Right, time to get changed and let's get over to the gym. All right, folks, so it is the next day. Last night's gym session was actually quite successful. I managed to do some bicep curls last night. I had to do like a proper Michael Jackson Thriller lean forwards to, you know, make sure that like my shoulder was sat in a certain way that made sure that it actually would work. And I had to kind of like rest my elbows like on the edge of my hips to make sure that like my elbows didn't go too far back. But they actually felt alright. It's the first time I've done anything upper body related since the injury happened, which is about a month ago now. So yeah, really happy with that. And then just did a little bit of cardio to make sure I hit my 10k steps and all that kind of thing. Right now, what I want to do is actually want to show you what my rehab actually looks like. So I'm just going to go into the next room and get the camera set up and show you what it looks like. Just imagine for a moment, I'm so used to going into the gym, lifting fairly heavy weights for pretty much every muscle group, and to go from that like regularly, like 3+ times per week consistently for I don't even know how long, to this it's been quite tough. But I will say that like since I've been in this rehab for I don't know a week and a half now, I am starting to feel the shoulder getting better. I am starting to feel less pain. I am starting to feel like my range of movement is incrementally getting slightly better. Ultimately, I know this is just going to be a long road and I just need to be patient and deal with it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But yeah, let me show you what my upper body work looks like these days. Alright, so basically what I've got to do is lie on the floor and then have my arms down, put my thumbs up to the sky, bring my thumbs to my shoulders, then put my elbows to the sky, which already is quite painful on my left side, and then extend my arms all the way out. And then while they're fully extended, got to keep the thumbs like that. I've got to essentially draw the numbers from 1 to 10, and I do it with both sides just so I've got a frame of reference of how well my left side is improving in comparison to obviously the pain-free sensation of the right side. So I do this, I trace out the numbers from 1 to 10 and I'm supposed to do 10 reps of that. Now I will say, at the very start, like day one of doing these movements, even the act of bringing that elbow up, I couldn't even do it. I had to assist using my right arm. I had to literally kind of like pull it up, and the physio said that was fine. The guy said that was fine. He said it will strengthen, and to be fair, he's right, it has definitely strengthened. I can do that pretty much. I mean, it's not comfortable, it's still a little bit sore, but I can manage it. And especially the extension and the tracing of the numbers, was so painful when I first started doing this, like unbelievably painful, to the point where I couldn't even get to 10. I would just like get as far as I could, lower it down again, and then rest until I felt ready to go again. Eventually to get to the stage where I was doing the numbers 1 to 10 and I was managing that okay. And he said after that, it's time to progress. So what you can do is you can start tracing bigger numbers to increase the rate, increase the movement that the shoulder obviously has to do to perform the rep. And then what I eventually only quite recently worked up to was, he said, add some resistance. So obviously I've got to make do with what I've got at the house. So I've been using tinder beans to hold on to. Literally just hold on to these, and it's the same concept. Bring my elbow up, fully extend the arm, and then do the same thing, just trace those numbers. And I can feel, like, even now, even though my left side is starting to, you know, heal and get stronger at this particular exercise, the right side just moves so much more free and fluid compared to the left hand side, which I guess that's to be expected. But yeah, this is what I'm doing at the moment to rehab my shoulder. In the gym yesterday, I was using the 1 kilo dumbbells. That's what I managed to work up to. Last night I actually managed to do a set with the 2 kilos, but it was very tender. Like doing the 2 kilo dumbbells, like even the act of like getting up there, holding the weights there, I could feel, you know, my shoulder was having to do some stability work to hold it there, like without, you know, shaking or whatever. And the left side did find that very difficult. So yeah, I mean, we're getting somewhere. I just need to make sure that I'm consistent with this rehab. I need to make sure I do it like little and often, so I'm trying to do it several times a day. But the thing is, it's almost like I get the sensation of DOMS in the left side because it's so weak at the moment. So I have to make sure that I like mitigate that as well and work around that. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for my shoulder rehab. If by chance anyone is watching this who happens to be a shoulder specialist of some kind, let me know if this is useful, and let me know if there's anything else that I can be doing. But yeah, this is what my current rehab looks like. Just got back from the gym to do a bit of cardio because I know today the Merseyside derby's on and Arsenal Man City are on, so it's going to be 2 football games back to back, and then I'm going to go out for dinner later on. So I'm probably not going to edit today. I'm going to get the video up tomorrow rather than today. But before I wrap this one up, I just wanted to tell you about something I've been doing since I've been injured and feeling sorry for myself. I've been posting a bit of food review content on TikTok. Probably not going to bring it over to Instagram or YouTube. I want to kind of keep that separate, but even posting on TikTok, and been doing quite well. And the other day, for the first time in my life, I got recognised in public from social media. Like, it was mad. I was doing a review for this one place over on the Wirral, and I'm walking back to my car with the food, and some guy runs out of a nearby shop and literally runs over. He's like, "Excuse me, are you Dean?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "I've seen your food reviews on TikTok. I just wanted to give you our menu just in case you wanted to come in and try our place sometime." I was really appreciative, asked him what his name was, and he introduced himself, and yeah, had a nice little chat before I went off to review that food. But it was just mad. Like, I've been doing YouTube for over a year now, and obviously I know YouTube's the slowest burn out of all the social media platforms, and it's not going to stop me from doing it. But I've been doing food review. I literally posted out four food reviews on TikTok before this happened. So it's just like, what on earth? But yeah, if you did want to check out that content, I've got the same handle on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you go check out my profile there, you'll see mostly it is just stuff that I post on YouTube and Instagram as well. But there is some TikTok exclusive content that I put up there. So if you did want to check that out, it's just my handle, Dean Rahman Fit. You can find me there. And speaking of food, I'm absolutely starving because I've not eaten yet today, and it's approaching past midday. So I'm gonna wrap this video here, go get some food and get ready for the games. I understand this video hasn't really followed my usual format, but I will get back to it. I just really wanted to make sure that I uploaded something this week rather than nothing. I just needed a little bit of time to feel sorry for myself after getting injured, so yeah, please don't mind me. But either way, I'd like to thank you so much for tuning into this video. You could have been doing literally anything, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me, and I'm really grateful for that. I promise, feeling sorry for myself is behind me now. I've got that out of my system. It's onwards and upwards from here. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.